So I'd like to now introduce Madison Martin. In 2017, Madison was introduced to the welding world through an NBT camp. She went to the camp at Tech to Go at Itawamba Community College in Tupelo, Mississippi. After graduating from high school, she went to Itawamba Community College, the same school where she had gone to the camp. She then went into the welding program at because of the Tech to Go camp, and because of this, she's now going into the industry. She is an example of the impact that our camps make from beginning the journey until finishing the journey of getting into the industry. So I'd like to welcome Madison right now. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have been honored to come here tonight and speak about how Tech to Go Camp showed me my passion. It all began when my mom and I moved to Tupelo housing, and I was selected to attend the Tech to Go camp at ICC in Belden in 2017. While being there, they showed us around and talked to us about different trades. And we went on 2 field trips that year. One was to Hawkeye Industries in East Tupelo, and the second one was at Toyota plant in Blue Springs, Mississippi. Both places were very informative. Well, one day back at ICC, we were doing a project and we had to weld, and that's where my spark of passion started. We partnered up with the students that were attending the class, and the guy I had got partnered with said I did good for it to be my first time welding, and so did the instructor at that time. So at that moment, I knew that this was what I really wanted to do. At the end of the camp, there were awards being presented. I didn't think that I was going to receive an award, but I did. It was made specifically for me because I was respectful, a good listener, and most importantly, being a leader. And it was called the Spark Award. I was happy to receive it. The next year, that next year, I found out that Tupelo High School had a welding program. Unfortunately, I couldn't take the class that year because I was a freshman in high school. But the following year, I made sure my name was on the sign-up sheet for Welding 1. My sophomore year began, and I was in Welding 1. And of course, the class was full of guys, but I didn't let that stop me. I learned and passed every paper test and welding test. At the end of welding 1, we took a test to get a certification called National Center for Construction Education and Research, also known as the NCCER certification. My teacher was just as proud of me as I was in myself. I enjoyed my first year so much that I finished and I signed up for Welding 2 for my junior year so I could get more information. Junior year came, I was in Welding 2. That year, I was part of an organization called Skills USA. I signed up for a welding competition. The competition was to fabricate and weld together a wheelchair hitch. I was joined by 2 fellow classmates. We did pretty good, but overall, the experience was interesting and fun. After my welding class was done, I decided to take up another trade at Tupelo High School my senior year. Senior year came, and I had signed up for collision repair as my other trade. I was then selected to do an internship to get the real-world experience. The internship was called The Gateway. Miss Hudson was over it at Tupelo High. They thought because I was in collision repair that I wanted my internship to be dealing with that, but I did not. So I spoke up and asked if I could get my internship in welding. That's when she partnered up with Precision Machine and Metal Fabrication, also known as Trailer Transport. A meeting was set up with Mr. Gabe Boykin and Paul Dempsey to talk about where I was going to start out at and then where I was going to transfer to. Mr. Gabe showed me around and I met other managers and some of the employees. I started out shadowing in the machine program area for a few weeks. I liked doing it for those few weeks, although it was just doing the same thing every day. It was fun and interesting and not hot. Soon, Mr. Gabe switched me over to the metal fabrication, and I loved it. I got to help put together a 20-foot soldier for a veterans park in Ripley, Mississippi. That was an honor to be a part of, especially at the age of 18. The soldier was made from aluminum, and I had never worked with aluminum before. They handed me a welding gun, and I did what I knew best. I was receiving compliments from everyone, which made me happy. One of the older men working on the soldier said I was laying down beads better than him, and he has been welding for decades. I was getting better by the minute and learning new techniques, and most importantly, I became part of a family there. I was then recognized in the newspaper and on the news for being a female taking up a male-dominant trade. After the soldier was done, I did some personal projects. I put together a T-Rex dinosaur, and his name is Little Rex, a butterfly, and a windmill made from scrap metal pieces for my mother's garden. After my internship was over, I received a call from Ms. Gina informing me about her being a part of the head board and that I was being asked to come speak at the gala to tell my story on how Tech2Go helped me pick my career path. To conclude my speech, I would like to say thank you for this lovely opportunity and that I couldn't have done this without my main support, my ride or die, my Miss Make It Happen, my best friend, my mother. Thank you once again for this opportunity.